gently close your eyes. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavid Vishavahai. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We are continuing with the understanding prayers. Why the we did discuss to some extent prayers as a just some chat. Somebody is saying more volume, please. Okay. And, is my audio clear?
Yes, it's fine now.
It's fine now. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Right. The uh, the relevance and importance of prayers. The reason being, our mind is something which can never remain constant. It is you may do 1 hour of yoga a day, or you can do 40 minutes of running a day. It also matters as to what you do the rest of the day. You cannot be binging on junk food. You cannot be indisciplined in other aspects of life. Similarly, the importance of prayer. An extension of today would be tomorrow's lecture, influential mind. That is tomorrow's topic, Wednesday topic, influential mind. In a way, the discussion is who controls you? Who controls you? It's incredible if only we analyze who controls us. It is, it's a controversial topic. Who controls you? So that is the influential mind. That's why when you sit for a lecture or when you're watching your favorite web series or you're reading a book, uh, to what extent are you present in that action? That's the whole discussion. Right now, you're all sitting there. You could be taking notes. You could be intently listening. To what extent are you able to grasp the whole discussion? In that means, if you're able to grasp it, which means you're fully present, which means you're not influenced by your mind. You exist independent of the mind. It is not that you exist in according to the dictates of your mind. I was just yesterday we were having a dinner with one of our class members, and the discussion was how much our attention gets diverted. So that's why it's incredible how much of our mind is being utilized in other aspects of life. Therefore, the relevance of prayer. See, the prayer has no relevance for a person for whom spirituality is not a part-time pastime. For 9 out of 10, spiritual process is a part-time pastime. It's a nice balm you apply when things are not going right in your life. Once you just find a person who it appears right according to others, it appears right. There's no spiritual process. See, it is that's why, therefore, prayer has a role, and it has the potential to shift your thought process from whatever you've been entertaining to something more beneficial, more subtler, more progressive. So that's the role of a prayer, and it is we do everything with a prayer. So that's what I thought. Let us understand that the morning study I do, there's a prayer. Now, I explained to you last week, and the sloka is taken from Atma Bodha, and it's such a powerful statement. It is those who are aware. It's a beautiful prayer to chant. The Pratasmarami Hridi Samspuradatma Tattvam Satchit Sukham Paramahamsagatim Turiyam Yet Swapna Jagara Sushuptam Aviti Nityam Tat Brahma Nishkalam Nachabhuta Sangha. It has a potential. That's why we thought if it is how in generally in the Indian tradition there are so many festivals and rituals intercepting our year. There's so many. Everything was celebrated. It is a girl gaining maturity is celebrated. When they become pregnant, it is celebrated. Birth is celebrated. And a wedding is celebrated. Every aspect there has been a sense of celebration. So, and therefore, it's a beautiful opportunity just to get our mind to the right thought process. As a result, you control your mind. The mind does not control you. Any aspect of your life where the mind controls you, you are not in charge of the choices. The mind dictates as to what choice you have to make according to the mind. According to the mind. You don't make choices according to your value systems. You don't make choices according to your clarity in thinking. You are a victim of your mind. The mind pushes you to make certain choices which later on you might regret. So, who controls you? Prayers are an avenue whereby to get some level of clarity to your own thought process, and as a result, there is a possibility of you being in control of your choices. We are what our choices are. So, that's it. In my school, I would say, I've used to chant a prayer in the beginning of the day in our school. And let me tell you, for 12 plus to 14 years, I never understood that prayer. Only when I went to the ashram where I was studying for 5 years, I happened to browse through Swamiji's book, and that prayer was there in his book. I said, when I read the translation, I thought, I wish I knew this. We are more conversant in English and our native language than Sanskrit. But if I knew that, the impact would have been very different. This prayer, many of you may know or would have heard of it. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityo ma amrutangamaya. We used to start the school days. Every day in the prayer hall we all assemble, and this is one of the prayers we chant. And now we can Google it and get the meaning. But you start the day, Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityo ma amritangamaya. It's a direction given to the mind. Asato ma sadgamaya. Asat means that which sat means truth. Asat, any Sanskrit word prefixing a means not. It is from falsehood lead me to truth. Asato ma sadgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. From tamas, ignorance, from indolence, lead me to tamas jyotir, lead me to light. Light is always a reference to wisdom. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityo ma amritangamaya. From mrityu means mortality. From mortality lead me to immortality. It is, these are all Shanti mantras. Shanti means peace. These are all mantras which is designed to bring about peace. It's taken from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and it is used as a prayer in many of the schools in the ashrams. So it is from ignorance, lead me to truth. From that's from immortality lead me to from mortality lead me to immortality. So it is it explains the purpose of existence, the fact that we are born, we are flawed creatures. There is imperfection embedded in each one of us. The question is, are you enhancing your imperfection, or are you progressing yourself towards perfection? That's the reason we're all designed as evolving consciousness. We have not yet gained that state of absolute perfection. We are supposed to be evolving, progressing, moving, improving. That's why I said all these prayers keep us in the path to perfection. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. From tamas lead us to light. Mrityo ma amurtangamaya. Just three simple petty sentences which can direct us to a very glorious ways of thinking. And that's why I can imagine this is taken from the Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. And I mean, sometimes I'm stunned with the quality of thinking. See, if you are a Upanishadic student, you are of a very high level of renunciation, withdrawal from the world. Such people practice it means they understand the nature of the mind, they understand the value of tapas. Therefore, they also practice it. That's why I'm saying they also practice it. And if then what? Then where are we? I wish we can all chant together, but in your own these for me a prayer. It could be what we chant. It could be a quotation. And I wish once I should make my quotation book available to all of you. Possibly it might inspire some of you. It is like a prayer. I have few quotations, which fortunately I'm good in my memory. I'm not good in remembering names or bad experiences. I have a very good memory of good experiences with people and quotations and certain instances. I remember in the ashram, I used to be in charge of publications, books. So that gave me an opportunity to read books. So that karma time, that 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., last 15 minutes is dedicated to reading something profound. And I used to by heart a lot at the time. One of Ram Tirtha's quotations, which is the largest room in the world? A room for improvement. For me, these are all stunning statements. Which is the largest room in the world? A room for improvement. It is, how can I have all that I please? A student asked Swami Ramatirtha. How can I have all that I can please? To which he answers, if only you're pleased with all that you have. I don't know, how do you, how can I have all that I please? If only you're pleased with all that you have. And this American asked him, I'm talking about 1902. Not now, I've never met Swami Ramatirtha, 1902. He asked, when will I be free? When will I be free? To which he says, when the I ceases to be. When will I be free? When the I ceases to be. It's fascinating. So, or if you ask me, these are also Shanti mantras. One of Swamiji's quotations, which I grapple it to my soul, all problems are internal. It's a very difficult statement to digest. All problems are internal. We can attribute certain things to a certain person. All problems are internal. So, prayers. If only you can intercept the day. How, every, you're working every 2 hours, you have a coffee break, you have a, I don't know, a break. Why don't we have a prayer break, quotation break every 1 hour? You have a quotation, you have a prayer. It could be, just close your eyes so that you can say, Asato ma sadgamaya. You are in confusion. You can do this chanting, Asato ma sadgamaya, Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, Mrityo ma amritangamaya. Maybe it gives you, it forcibly brings in the intellect. Forcibly brings in the intellect. So that's when I wish I knew this prayer when I was in the school. You can't go by the letters alone, it doesn't help. You should understand what you chant, and you should chant whatever you understand. So that's why if you're able to do that, you're better off. So this is one of the Shanti mantra, and the other Shanti mantra is the one which we chant. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bunaktu. That one. So it is Om. All prayer starts with Om. Om is not O-M, it's A, U, and It's an Om. When you say in English Om, it's like this. It's A, U, and A is the elongated version. U is it's the shorter one. Is what which dissolves. So it is like, it comes like that. It is that. When you say Om, it ends instantly. It is A represents a waking state of consciousness where it's visible, it's stronger. U represents a dream state of consciousness where you are partially available. Represents a deep sleep state of consciousness where divinity alone exists in it. Your inner personality is silent. So it is this prayer, Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai. That prayer which we chant at the beginning of the class it is chanted by the teacher and the student. So it is Sahana Vavatu. That statement is, may he protect us both against all impediments that affect our study, our pursuit. Sahana Vavatu. It is, may the Almighty protect us, protect the teacher and the student against all impediments that affect their pursuit. It is the whole, it shows an attitude to evolve, to study, to reflect, to surrender. Yesterday also I was saying that very few surrender. In fact, 9 out of 10 surrender to their desires, surrender to the mind. That's a problem. Sahanau Bunaktu. May he cause us both to enjoy. Enjoy meaning the whole process is joyful. The whole process of evolving or getting nearer to perfection is joyful. So it is till you reach the state of perfection, there is a certain kind of I would say, not just a joy, that's a certain sense of tranquility in the entire process. And then he says, may we strive together. May we strive together. It is made both the student and the teacher, they put in enormous effort and dedication, which is important till you reach the goal. May our study become brilliant. May our study become brilliant. It is, and Sahana Vavatu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai. And the study, the whole thing is, this pursuit destroys your desires and reveals the divinity. Tejasvi Navidi. So, Tejasvi meaning Tejas is spiritual lustre. So, it is, and then that's, if you carefully observe, the whole process is very different. So, and for those who are not aware, just a little bit of it is We will deal with it. Right. See, that is Tejasvi na vidit namastu. And that's when he says, may we not, the last statement is, may we not become disputatious, may we not get into an argument. It is, or may we not get our ego involved. It is, may we not get our ego involved. I repeat, it is, oh, may He protect us both, may He cause us to enjoy, may we strive together when the both of us put an effort. May our study become brilliant. May we not become disputatious. This is the literal translation of the Sahana Bhavatu Shanti mantra. And may we not become disputatious. May we not get our ego involved. You know, the worst thing to get ego involved with your own master. Who it is, so the moment you get your ego involved with the source doesn't get affected, you get affected. Whatever, I mean, no one else teaches us this. Whatever you gained from that source, the knowledge you gained evaporates. Meaning, when I say it's not a curse, your own ego prevents from your own evolution. That's the reason I caution, never get your ego involved with Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. Your mother, father, your teacher, your Guru, and the Almighty. You will be the biggest loser. Biggest loser. It is, the ego cannot function in the right ways. That's why it says, may we not become disputatious. May we not get our ego involved. And that's the thing. If you're able to, if you understand that, so both of them are putting in effort. So if you do that, you're better off. And then again, they says, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Again, it's a reminder. Om Om represents the supreme reality. So that which pervades the waking, dream, and deep sleep is divinity. And that it's a natural syllable. It is not. It's natural sound. It is not a Sanskrit word. It's a natural sound. That all faiths have this. Om, Amen is there. Amen is there. So it all represents that. So the first prayer, the prayer ends with three shantis. The first one is a reference to Adi Daivikam, meaning to appease the disturbances caused by external powers like thunder, lightning, tsunami, or whatever. The first shanti is louder because it's much more external. Let there be peace. I am in a very sacred pursuit. I need that protection. You almost demand nature to support your pursuit. Shanti, that's an external thing. And the second Shanti is Adi Bhautikam, is a reference to the immediate environment. Imagine you're sitting there and somebody else has put on the television or loud music, or is talking in a certain way. So it is a reference to the immediate environment disturbances. It is those days these seekers were in the Himalayas. It could be the prevalence of animals, noises, insects, the birds. It is here. It is the immediate forest, the immediate environment, or what we say when we are in an important pursuit. What do you call? Put your mobile on silent mode. That's the present one. Put your mobile on silent mode. Or when you're attending a lecture, don't open other internet sites. Just focus on this. These are all important. A game is happening. You want to know what's the score. One more window is open, and that affects. And that's why I'm saying it is that is the second shanti. Just to say, I am in an important pursuit. Let there not be disturbances that way. And the last shanti is almost in silence. It's a reference to your worries and anxieties. Your worries and anxieties. So the protection it is the first is a protection, and then the second is a certain kind of an effort. So, and third is third is discipline. So, if you're able to do that, it's a 1 minute, a less than a minute prayer, but it has an impact in the intake of your knowledge. It is so let the prayers may not be not just a chanting process, but an avenue of preparing your mind for intense study, preparing your mind. For me, that statement in the morning prayer statement, that Nachabhuta Sangaha, I am this, I am the indivisible Brahman. That Brahma Nishkalamaham Nachabhuta Sangaha. Whenever I chant that, it's almost like electricity passing. I am that indivisible Brahman, not this assemblage of elements. I am not this, these elements belong to me. I own them. They do not own me. I am this indivisible Brahman. Tat Brahma Nishkalamaham Nachabhuta Sangaha. I am not this assemblage of elements. So, you learned that last week. It is there in the Atma Bodha book. And those who have the book, I would suggest you do chant that. Otherwise, anyone who wants the book can connect with us. And we did discuss this Asatoma Sadgamaya, a short prayer. And it's so easy to chant. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityoma Amrutangamaya. Such a simple prayer. You may get into an important study or important meeting or important thought process. You can have some chant to quieten the mind. That's all I would say. It's a beautiful chant. And another thing we're going to learn today is everyone celebrates birthdays, right? In the ashram, just a minute. I tried to remove the external disturbance. Very cold. In the ashram when I joined, or before the ashram, all birthdays are celebrated with such grandeur. I'm sure if I go to anybody's Insta page, social media page, it's all birthdays. We went to that restaurant, we did that, we did that. In the ashram when I joined, the first ever birthday celebration is less than 5 minutes. There's one prayer they chant. I'm sure those who have visited the ashram know. They one prayer they chant. It's not that they're wearing new clothes, and one prayer they chanted. It's less than 5 minutes. All students together, who is celebrating the birthday, they stand in the front. Everyone else chants. And it's one of the most profound prayers I've come to know. And that's about it. And that prayer is a reminder. It is, I'm going to chant that prayer. It's verse 34 from Atma Bodha. Again, in a great text by Adi Shankara. And that's my favorite part of my birthday celebration. And I'm turning 50 this year. Can't imagine. I don't feel 50 in my age. I'm sorry, in my mind. It had never been so, never had seriousness about life. I don't take anything seriously, especially life. It is, but what a glorious life. It is, that's all I can say. It's so difficult to, I wish I can give a virtual tour of what happens. It'll be much different. See the glory of living life with no worries of the past and no anxieties of the future. That doesn't mean we don't have a goal. We have a goal. And let me tell you, we will impact over 100 countries or a very short period of time. The way this knowledge spreads, it will be very different. But the joy of predominantly being in the present. No worries of the past, no anxieties of the future. to live in the present predominantly is a life of contentment. And it didn't come that easily, but of late, at least I would say the last 15 years, it's been glorious years. And where I take so much pride in what we have gone through, and there's so much joy and confidence in what we will go through in the future. What we'll go through in the future. Pride in the sense of good pride. You've dealt with the tides. I've never felt financially insecure. And let me tell you, 90% of the work we do is charitable work. 90% is charitable work. I've never felt financially insecure. It's all done. Whatever we there, it's through Guru Dakshana. It's through Guru Dakshana. But I've never felt financially insecure. Neither do have loans. One thing I learned from my guru, no hire purchase, no mortgage, nothing. Living within the means. Living whatever the means are, to live within the means. No worries of the past. No anxieties of the future. And to live predominantly in the present. And to have great aspirations. Till the last breath of my life, can I be of some service to somebody? Anyone who come in contact, till the last breath of a life, whatever I gain, nothing is mine. You just utilized it in the right possible way and highlighting it. And what we gained is for all faiths, not just for Hindus here. The grandeur of this knowledge. So it's a great, it's a possible. I mean, all that I'm saying is the possibility. The possibility one human being can contribute, or the fact that you lived your life. It's a beautiful. It's a that beautiful, the great words in the Vedas says, as you came into this world, when you came into this world, as you cried, the world rejoiced. When you came into this world, as you cried, the world rejoiced. When you leave this world, let the world cry while you rejoice. That satisfaction, that fulfillment of having done what has to be done. There is no leftover aspects there. You have done what you have to do to your best, and then you have left it. No qualms of whether they have appreciated, whether you have done your best, you have done more than your best. The exit could be so. I mean, it's like a salt doll getting immersed in the ocean. You have done your best. You dissolve into the whole existence. So beautiful. So that's that's a life well lived. The impact. It is so. That's the. I mean, if that is our potential, why would we live our life anything less than that? So, it's a beautiful see, life is an opportunity. It is not just a flow where you just follow the dictates of your desires. Life is it's a phenomenal opportunity. That's the reason many a time when I say being born as a human being is one of the greatest blessings. It falls flat for 9 out of 10. It falls flat. Being born as a human being, one of the greatest blessings. You could have led a terrible life. One choice alters you. One choice alters you. So, but the problem is we're all choice proof. We're all choice proof. The external world, your mind dictates you. So, a beautiful chant for the birthdays. Your birthday or anyone's birthday, you can chant this verse 34 of Atma Bodha. Nirguno nishkriyo nityo nirvikalpo niranjana nirvikaro nirakaro nitya mukto smirmala. Nirguno Nishkriyo Nityo Nirvikalpo Niranjanaha Nirvikaro Nirakaro Nityamukto Sminirmala. One of the most beautiful reminders of our own nature. It is the translation on your birthday. It is you say you narrate to yourself, I am without attributes and actions. I am eternal, without doubts, unsullied. I am changeless. I am formless, ever free, pure and pure. It's chanted on birthdays. It's a reminder of a true nature. Nirguna, nirgunaha, meaning the three gunas are there, no? Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. You are beyond the three gunas. The self, the divinity in you is beyond the three gunas. And, it is so therefore it is you are beyond these properties. Nirguno, 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 nishkriyaha. Nishkriyaha means without actions. See, petrol does not have movement. Electricity does not have expression. It is without action. But it is because of petrol there is movement. It is because of electricity there is expression. But electricity itself, it exists by itself. Petrol exists by itself. The divinity exists by itself without actions. Without action. Nitya, eternal. We also have Nitya. She's also Nitya in all our classes. Never misses a class. Nitya Bala here. Nitya, what a beautiful word, eternal. And how do we define eternity? That which existed in the past, that which exists in the present, and that which continue to exist in the future. That is Nityam. Anityam is not that which is not eternal, that which existed in the past but it doesn't exist now. That which exists now but it cannot exist in the future. He says, you are eternal, Nityaha. Yourself, the divinity is eternal. That which existed in the past, it exists now, it will continue to exist in the future. You are that eternal light. And nirvikalpaha, without doubt. Without doubt. Doubts, indecisions, uncertainty belong to your mind, not to your real personality. Doubts, indecisions, anxieties, worries, uncertainties, insecurities belong to your mind, not to you. How do you explain this? How do you explain this? It doesn't. It's an aspect of your mind, not because you identify with the mind 100%. You feel very doubtful. Should I trust this person? No, please analyze and then trust. But all that I'm saying is doubts, indecisions, anxieties, worries, insecurities is an aspect of your mind, not you. Your nature is without doubt. Niranjanaha, unsullied, meaning no dirt. It's a very common name in India, Niranjan. No dirt, meaning no vasanas. Vasanas, or the vasana is a seed form of desires, no desires. Unsullied. No desires. When I say no desires, you have gone through it and transcended it. You have gone through it and transcended it. Even at the ripe old age of, not old age, I can't call old and all now, whatever the age, it is, you could have aged according to the world, but the gust of desire still doesn't leave you. It is niranjanaha and nirvikaraha, changeless. Your acquired personality, the body, mind, intellect, and ego changes all the time. But the divinity in you is changeless. That's when I say, I am a child, I am a youth, I am a middle-aged person, I am an old person. The child is not the youth, youth is not the middle-aged person is not the old person, but I am continues. I am continues. So, it's fascinating. Nirvikaraha, nirakaraha, meaning formless, a formless. See, an object assumes a form, and when there exists something else apart from the form. You exist, that form exists, and apart from that, where various other aspects exist. Nirakara, formless. The divinity in you is formless. And you may say, what about, see, in death, what happens in death is the subtle body in you, along with the causal body, your vasanas, along with the desires of the mind and intellect, is transported from one gross body to another gross body. That is the death of the previous body and the birth of a new body. It happens in the medium of divinity. The divinity doesn't change. There are scientific experiments, they say it has changed. What has moved is your causal body, that which causes your subtle body. When a causal body is vasanas, the seed form of desires. That vasanas, along with the desires, along with your mind and intellect, is transferred from one gross body to another gross body. That is the death of the previous body and the birth of a new body. Happens in the medium of divinity. Let's say it is formless. Nitya muktaha, ever free. Desire, see, that's why the desires of your body, mind, intellect it's keeping you hooked on to the world. You're hooked to the world. You're addicted to the world. Nitya muktaha, you are ever free. Can you imagine you're ever free? That's your real nature. You're ever free. But the most shackled we are. Therefore, you need a Statue of Liberty. One huge structure, Statue of Liberty. It is, you're ever free. No worries of the past, no anxieties of the future. Like a child, if you can live in this world, like a child. So, a child doesn't need another entity to entertain itself. If you're like a child, you mean you're ever free. So, like a child, Nitya Muktaha, ever free, ever free. I'm saying that even for a certain aspect of a day, you are Nitya Muktaha. There's so much peace and tranquility in your life. I don't know how to explain it. You have to experience it. It's an experiential state. These are the things when you have the time. Reflect on it. So how it will be. Imagine now, take up a desire. You are an absolute victim of the desire. And how is it if I am free of the desire? Not by escaping, not by running away from it, but by transcending it in the right way. How I can be free of that desire. All the lying, you lie because of a desire. You hide because of a desire. You become weak because of a desire. If you transcend the desire. I remember, just for a simple example, when we were in Singapore, there's this casino. They said, you have to go to the casino and play. And I said, no, I have no desire. They said, no, you have to go. They said $50. No question of winning or losing. No, I mean the freedom. And I saw everyone who were there, full of desires. I said, I don't want to go in the night, 11 o'clock. And they said, it's open 24 hours. 24 hours it's open, the casino. Okay, so we were there around 12 noon, like that. I have seen 80-year-old women, on the slot machines. Oh, You should see the kind of the expressions, banging the machine, screaming, shouting. I was sitting there, it was like a tour for me. I put that in a zero expectation. God, it is, I don't even know how it functions. We know desire, it's so much freedom. So much freedom. One desire I'm talking about, with reference to 50% of your desires and 70%. To the extent you're free from 70% desire, to that extent there is happiness. 100%, you could be nailed to the cross. Physically excruciating pain, your words would be, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Or that's when the words of the great American humorist, Mark Twain, says, forgiveness is a fragrance the violet releases as the foot crushes it. Forgiveness is a fragrance a violet releases as the foot crushes it. The way that Mahatma Gandhi highlighted, he said, forgiveness is an attribute of the strong. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is an attribute of the strong. The weak can never forgive. Ever free. Ever free. You think you can... who is more powerful? Those who nailed Christ to the cross, or Christ who forgave all those people who nailed him to the cross? Who's more powerful? Ever free. Ever free. Nirmalaha. Pure. Mala means is dirt. You are ever pure. And that's why I was saying, now make your mind so pure, so pure. Divinity, you don't give the choice to divinity but to descend in you. You make yourself so pure, so pure. Divinity descends in you. It is, see, right now, the malice or the jealousy, the insecurity, the anger, the fear, we have made ourselves impure. Impure. Make yourself so pure, so pure. By raising yourself, as a result, the divinity descends in you. And what you speak is an expression of the divinity. The smile, you say, no? What is a smile? That which blossoms in your heart, that which erupts in your mind, blossoms in your heart and manifests in your lips. That's a smile. That smile, it's a joy which erupts in your mind, blossoms in your heart, and manifests in your lips. That a smile. Fascinating. The words of Mother Teresa, if you can't give anything, at least give a smile. You don't need to give anything, at least give a smile. Fretting and fuming, frowning, angry. What a life. The great Tamil poet Bharadiyar says, Nallador Veenai Seidhen, Adai Nalam Keda Purudil Erivadundo. The divinity, as it were, talking. I made a beautiful musical instrument. You are just discarding it in the bin. I made a beautiful musical instrument, which is you. You can play such divine music, and what are you doing? You're discarding it in the bin. Nallador Veenai Seidhen Adai Nalam Keda Purudil Erivadundo Solladi Sivasakti. He says, what a beautiful instrument I made, and you are discarding it. Discarding the gift is disrespecting the giver of the gift. Your life is a gift bestowed upon by the divinity, and Not dealing with your life as a gift is disrespecting the person who gifted you that opportunity. That's the value we have for the, the gift you have been bestowed with. The great William Wordsworth, he made a statement. It grieves my heart to see what man has made of man. It grieves my heart to see what man has made of man. While he pronounced his fate that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. Even a flower enjoys life. Every aspect of flora and fauna enjoys. It exists to its glory. But when it comes to a human being, it says, it grieves my heart. If we should say, it grieves my heart to see what I have made of myself. I wish we all understand that. What an opportunity. What an opportunity. That's why even in the last day, you take a salute. What a life. You bow down with such grace and grandeur. The divinity should say, leave him for another few years. The world needs him or her. It is. My guru used to say, we should dance our way to the grave, not being pulled to the grave. You should dance your way. And where is that? That's why on a birthday, if only we remind ourselves that way, possibly this year could be a turning point in our life. Otherwise, it will just pass by just like another year. Just like another year. Maybe you've added on to a few more desires. Maybe you added on to a few more relationships went bust, and you just made a little more money about your life. So that's not the way we live a life. Let me tell you, friends, we are all just a memory. We are just a memory. Let's say, if I ask every one of you, do you know your great-great-grandfather or great-great-great-grandmother? They existed, but no reference now. We are all just a memory. You should have done such great deeds for 3-4 generations to remember. Otherwise, you have wiped off in 2 generations. One generation you have wiped off. 2 generations are wiped off completely. There is no reference to your existence. And what a noise we make. What a noise we make when we are alive. What a noise we make. So, if you're just a memory, let us be a fond memory. Let us be the thought of us. There should be my father is no more, but anyone I have met who has interacted with my father, some impact he has made in their life. Everyone. Either he helped them in their business, either got them a job, or they helped them financially, or medical as some aspect he has helped. Everyone was a Mahatma. Everyone. He only lived for 62 years, but everyone he helped. Everyone, they used to say, Sarita, they used to tell Sarita, you missed your father. The impact he made in everybody's life. One person. We're all just a memory, friends. We're all just a memory. Can we be a fond, profound, joyful memory? Joyful memory. At least whenever we used to be with him, there was a lot of fun, laughter. It's not partying I'm talking about, friends. There's a lot of fun, laughter. He had a knack of making experiences simple and easy. So that's why I'm saying we're all going to be just a memory. Can we be a profound memory? Profound memory. It is the thought itself. The person should get up and you lived your life. You demand. I'm sorry. You command that respect. The way you lived your life, you command that respect. It's fascinating. So we just, another day passes by, another month passes by, another year passes by. Nothing about our thing had changed. Just goes on and on. It is. I can go on. I'll go on and on till the last day of my life. But this is what I know, and this is what I'll share. This is what I'm inspired by. Yeah. I'm telling you. So, if only we align ourselves to these values of life, a small prayer can make an impact. A small prayer can align ourselves to the right ways. Otherwise, who controls you? You have an influential mind. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. So, to me, again, we'll conclude the session with this. Again, I'll chant the prayer. Nirguno nishkriyo nityo nirvikalpo niranjanaha nirvikaro nirakaro nityamukto sminirmalaha nirguno nishkriyo nityo nirvikalpo niranjanaha nirvikaro nirakaro nityamukto sminirmalaha. We're all of a different caliber, friends. We're all of a different caliber. How we raise ourselves is our choice. The divinity has given entire potential to us. How we deal with ourselves is entirely left to us. Entirely left to us. It is Emerson who said, every human being is divinity in disguise. Every man is God playing the fool. Every human being is divinity in disguise. Every man is God playing the fool. All that I want to say is we have played the fool for a long period of time. We have played the fool for the long period of time. If you have read that book, Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, it says, towards the end of the book it says, we've been fools most of our lives, it's inevitable. So we've been fools most of our lives, it's inevitable. The same Adi Shankara, we did the Bhaja Govindam. Govindam Bhaja Mudamate, he says. Oh fool, seek the Lord, seek the divinity. The reason when they say fools is the potential we have. Enormous potential we have. Oh fool, what are you doing to yourself? Enormous potential, enormous gifts we've been bestowed with. What are you doing to yourself? Giving into one weak desire, giving into an anger, giving into fear, becoming insecure. Govindam Bhaja Mudamate. What else I can say? That's why the same author, it says Nirguno Nishkriyo Nitya. So if only we remember ourselves and work on ourselves, it's a glorious life. Glorious life. Otherwise, you're just a statistical entity. You're born, you existed, you perished. You're not even a memory in 2 generations. But you live your life. You could be a Buddha. Many princes would have been forgotten. Prince Siddhartha would have been forgotten. But Gautama Buddha will never be forgotten. Narendra could have been forgotten. But Swami Vivekananda will never be forgotten. So it is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi can be forgotten, but Mahatma Gandhi will never be forgotten. So that's why I said, we are all ordinary Atmas having the potential to become a Paramatma. We're all appearing ordinary Atmas, but we have the potential to become a Paramatma. The choice is yours. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow with the influential mind. Thank you. Hari Om. Namaste. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. I'll see. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you, Master.
Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. I'm ending the session. Thank you.
Hari Om, sir.
Hari Om ji. Hari Om Ashok ji. My favorite.
Thank you.
Ashok ji is my favorite. You have to meet Ashok ji. All of us. No.
Welcome. We
Now-
will sure.
Yes, ji. Yes, ji. One of the purest person I have met, Ashok Bambani ji. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Namaste, Bimla ji. Nice to see you. Namaste. I'm ending the session. No, you are on mute. Bimla ji, you are on mute. No, you are on mute. Let me. No, I can't hear you because you have to unmute yourself. Ah, yes. Yes, Bimla ji, you are saying something.
Now you can hear me.
Yes.
Now you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was in Gurgaon for 15 months. I
Co-
was in Gurgaon for 15 months.
Okay.
Now I've come to my hometown in Asansol.
Okay.
So I'm happy here now. I'm happy.
Very good. Very happy to know that. Hey, where is the Asansol? Where is that?
6 years.
Sorry?
West Bengal near Calcutta.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying these sessions. I'm enjoying these sessions.
Thank you, Ji. Very kind of
I'm
you.
really liking it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for linking me.
No, no.
Meeta Das gave me the link, Meeta Das.
Right, right.
Meeta,
Mita, yeah, yes.
she's my daughter. She's like my daughter.
Okay,
She's
lovely.
like my,
Sorry?
she's like my daughter.
Wonderful.
Meeta
Yes, Ji, I know.
Das.
Excellent.
Her
My,
friend, her mother and I are school friends.
okay.
Friends.
Okay.
60 years old friendship.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Wonderful to know.
Thank you for letting me join this link.
No, you're always welcome. Always. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste, Ji.
I've been to Dubai many times.
Okay. Okay.
I lost my nephew. He was in Dubai for 14 years.
Okay.
My eldest sister's younger son.
Okay.
He passed away in Delhi. We brought him to Delhi. He passed away. So we've left Dubai now.
Okay.
I don't know how we.
Okay.
But I really liked Dubai. It is a nice
Right.
place.
Yes, Ji.
I wish if I had known that, I could have attended your classes.
Yes, Ji. Right.
At
All
that time, I didn't know.
right. It all needs a timing.
Yeah.
Okay, Ji.
Thank
Wonderful.
you very much. Thank you
Welcome.
very much.
Welcome.
Have a good day.
You
Have
too,
a
Ji.
good day.
You too, Ji. You too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Ji. Convey my wishes to Swati Ji. Pratap Ji.
Yeah.
Convey my wishes
Yes.
to Swati Ji.
Thank you. Thank you, Master. Thank you, Master.
Yes, Ji. Hari Om. I'm ending the session. Thank you.